All right, gang. So recently, Ben Shapiro showed up on the PewDiePie meme review, and it was just a joke. But a lot of people took it out of context to assume that PewDiePie was somehow infiltrating his impressionable viewers' minds by expanding the platform of Ben Shapiro, who has demonstrated some very transphobic and problematic rhetoric in the past.
It has a mouthful.
So the funniest thing out of this was that that fat unfunny cuck Quinton Reviews went on a Twitter tirade about it.
Oh, see, Rusty, I told you he'd know who Quinton Reviews.
Yeah,
was.
I wasn't sure, and also I'm really unfamiliar with this this Twitter. Like I've been off Twitter all fucking day.
I've been off it for about a month.
Playing Red Dead Redemption. When was this then? Okay, it's fine. Everyone knows except for me. So Quinton Reviews was talking mad shit about PewDiePie having Ben Shapiro on his meme reviews show.
He was just being a typical soy boy fucking cuck. Like he's an NPC like through and through.
What was he saying?
He's like, oh,
I mean, obviously
man,
the same shit that everyone was.
You're humanizing transphobia. If anybody in my subscriber list doesn't like trans people, don't watch my videos.
Oh, and you know what? I bet a lot of them don't give a fuck about his politics that watch his videos.
No. He reviews Fairly Odd Parents movies and shit. Why the fuck would I care about your politics, you stupid fat cuck? Lose some weight, you retard. Shave your disgusting beard.
I'm going to say this, that Quinton Reviews, I like Quinton Reviews' videos, even though they're fucking about weird shit, but I actually enjoy learning about something I didn't give a fuck about.
Doesn't he just
earlier,
review children's cartoons and fucking... He reviewed The Thinning too, like weird. I give a fuck?
He seems like an ally, and I would not trust him to watch
child.
My sister if she was drunk and passed out.
I wouldn't trust him to babysit a child.
Whoa, you guys are giving him the enter treatment. Sheesh.
No, I'm just saying that. That's just my gut
I'm saying he's
feeling.
not a trustworthy guy. He's a cuck.
Well, okay. Well, I don't know him. I don't know him. I've never met him. Never talked to him.
I don't hate Quinton. He's just one of those people that he has that point of view where everything has to be talking about on behalf of oppressed people, whatever.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. People that generally speak on behalf of other people and try to shame others by saying like, oh, if you think this way, don't talk to me, blah, blah, blah. They have something to prove, and that something to prove isn't normal, isn't usually that they have a solid viewpoint on the world. They're usually trying to mask some sort of insecurity that they hold about these certain topics. And that's why I kind of am always skeptical whenever someone is so outwardly vocal and forceful with their opinions when they don't even necessarily need to be, or they're not even involved in it.
Nobody asked him for his opinion. Shapiro. Nobody fucking cares.
I mean, sure, and maybe no one has to ask because it's
Twitter. He's doing the same thing that all these other stupid publications do against PewDiePie, who I will admit he made a couple of mistakes.
What the saying the bad word?
Well, I will argue that he wasn't acting with the tact that he should have in these situations as the #1 most subscribed YouTuber.
Yeah, a Let's Play channel should be.
But once again, these people don't look at the principle. I look at the principle of the things, and I will admit, PewDiePie N-bomb, that was not okay. He fucked up there.
Nah.
PewDiePie with the death to all Jews Fiverr thing. That was incredibly taken out of context.
Yeah.
And everyone misinterpreted the point of the video. The point is the Fiverr service would do something so shocking just for $5, and the point was to prove how far they would go for $5.
That same type of context is why Count Dankula, was on trial.
I bet Quinton Reviews wants Count Dankula to go to prison. I wouldn't be surprised. I bet Quinton Reviews wants Count Dankula to go to prison. He's probably like,
that would not surprise me. Maybe that's a better thing to say than that I wouldn't trust him with.
No, I'd say both.
Some drunk person. But yeah, but definitely it wouldn't surprise me if he would want him to go to prison.
Let me paint you guys a quick picture, and this is...
I don't know why I'm throwing all this on Quinton Reviews like as though he said anything that would actually make me believe that. This is just gut feeling based on other people that
let me paint you a picture. This is not about Quinton Reviews. This is just about just any person. Let me give you an overweight white guy in his early 20s who makes reviews about children's media. He has a neck beard, and when he smiles in photos, he opens his mouth all the way like he's screaming. Can you guess what that guy's politics might be? Do you think
No,
he's a unique human being with
to.
individual thoughts and ideas, or do you think maybe he's programmed like a fucking NPC?
I don't know, Mumkey. Maybe there's a chance that he's not.
You think he might have voted for Trump?
Not super liberal.
Do you think he considered?
He might have voted for Jill Stein.
Do you think he has any internal dialogue in his brain, like an internal monologue where he realizes like he is just he's like it's just a broken record in his brain. Like he has instincts like an animal, doesn't actually have coherent inner thoughts other than like what the dialogue in the script tells him. Like he just follows the narrative to a T without even thinking critically for himself ever once in his life.
But he does in his videos. I mean, he's creating.
Well, when he's talking about the Timmy Turner live-action movie, wow, good job.
Sure, but all critical thought comes from the same place.
Yeah, but children have opinions on those movies. He's not doing any more critical thinking than a 9-year-old, and I think that his politics shows that. This PewDiePie thing shows that.
Can we find some of his tweets and you read some of them out, or is that going to be too difficult?
I'm banned from Twitter. Emp, were you tweeting during this fucking podcast, you cuck, 8 minutes ago, a big old paragraph from EmpLemon, not even listening to me and Rusty speaking?
Hillary Clinton. I will be voting for Hillary Clinton. I avoid talking about politics on this channel, on this forum, because politics are divisive. There's always two sides, Republicans and Democrats. There's left and there's right. I can have my opinion. There will always be an opposing one. That is the nature of a healthy democracy, but this is not that. This is about a megalomaniac who's driven by nothing but ego.
Wait. So that first thing you read where he said, Hillary Clinton, I will be voting for Hillary Clinton? Oh, okay. All right. Sorry. So anyways, but even that tweet, he starts out by saying, I will not be talking about politics on this platform.
That was Emperor Lemon's tweet. He read his own tweet.
What the fuck? Why are you reading your own tweet? Read the fucking Quinton reviews.
No. I was quoting Casey Neistat, who did basically the same thing as Jello Apocalypse just 2 years ago.
All right. Sorry about that. I'm feeling like a big fucking idiot.
I never watched Casey Neistat either. I'm sure he's a cuck.
Giving the viewers of the show some homework, go check out the Casey Neistat video and then watch the Jello Apocalypse video, and you tell me if they are actually not the same person using the same brain.
Script.
Okay, so here's the Quinton tweet. Quote, so this is going to be a controversial opinion again, but I'm disappointed about PewDiePie deciding to have Ben Shapiro on his channel. Ben Shapiro is a transphobic and occasionally racist egghead.
How can you be occasionally racist?
When you have him on your...
I've never heard that.
When you have him on your show, you quote humanize him, unquote.
That's anyone that uses the word humanize means that he thinks that people should not be humanized.
Yeah, he thinks that he literally just stated Ben Shapiro is not a human.
That's a fucked up thing. That's a fucked up person.
It's weird for a robot to say that. He's doing a void conf test on Ben Shapiro, this fucking robot.
Yeah, so it's just the first tweet ends, when you have him on your show, you humanize his platform, quote unquote humanize, and you help him grow. Tweet number 2. I understand everyone's going to scream freedom of speech, Quinton, freedom of speech. But I'm not calling for him to be banned. I just think that when we ignore huge flaws in public figures and make connections, we're selling out to a cult of hatred. It's not worth it.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that I'm against freedom of speech, but I think that you shouldn't treat some people that have certain opinions and say certain things like humans. They should be dehumanized, and anyone that does humanize them should also be shamed. But I'm not against freedom of speech.
I'm not saying he should be deplatformed. I just shun anybody who gives him one.
Right. Why are you giving him a platform?
So, final tweet in the thread. I always hear my YouTuber friends say, well, I don't care about politics, so I'll know anybody.
What?
By that, I guess he means I'll let anyone.
Yeah, I won't let politics interrupt my friendship with somebody, and I'll like actually get outside of a circle jerk, a safe space, and be friends with people with opposing opinions. Yeah, I get that. Oh, does he disagree with that?
I'm decent.
Is he about to say, but I don't agree with that?
But it's hard to stand by that when it's a bigot, because you're basically saying, well, he likes me because I'm not the category of the person he hates, so it's fine.
Well,
and that's the end.
Well, fucking Christ. Yeah, that's sure. I try not to throw around words like NPC, but that's exactly the same stock fucking answer and stock reply to anything.
He's never had an original thought.
Thousands of times. Yeah, I guess not. He's just reading Wikipedia pages or some shit.
I'm not saying I hate freedom of speech, but I'm not saying that you shouldn't put your friendship before politics, but it's always a but.
Right. But if your friends have a politics that support bigotry, then maybe
and
you
the thing
should.
is, he's the one defining bigotry too. It's like that whole thing, like,
right.
it's okay to punch a Nazi.
Definition.
Well, like, yeah, I would agree with that, but you're the one who's defining what a Nazi is, and I don't agree.
It's not good to punch people, but if the person is a Nazi, then it's okay to punch them.
How do you know he was a Nazi?
Is a Nazi by my definition.
How do you know he was a Nazi? Oh, he's wearing a MAGA hat. Oh, see, well, that's where the problem lies.
Well, first of all, talking about the specific issue he's discussing
of letting Ben Shapiro be on your web program.
Ben Shapiro it was a completely comedic thing. It's like when Donald Trump goes on Saturday Night Live. Well, they don't let him on anymore.
I think he's a little busy,
but he used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, even like
playing golf on a resort somewhere.
Yeah, he doesn't actually run the country. Bad president, impeach. So even after 2011, when Trump did all the stuff with the Obama birther tweets, like Obama birth certificate, that's what started his whole political turn, actually.
Yeah.
He went on SNL after that, and he got interviewed by talk show. So should Stephen Colbert
gave him a platform? Jimmy Fallon is a Nazi supporter.
Should Stephen Colbert, Stephen Two Scoops Colbert, who calls Trump a Nazi literally every night on national television, he did an interview with Trump in like 2015. Should he somehow apologize? Should we go after Colbert, one of the most liberal talking heads on earth, because he had Donald Trump on his show?
Yeah, I think we should. I think every TV show should be a safe space where you only invite on guests who you agree with on everything.
Yeah, and if
besides,
the
Ben Shapiro thing on the PewDiePie channel wasn't even political. It was a comedy act. It's funny. That's why so many progressive people, they want to restrict speech so much, and they don't understand comedy, because actual funny stuff they want to restrict. And it's funny. Ben Shapiro is like this. He's like this uptight political figure.
He's kind of
okay, this is epic.
But yeah, it makes sense. But let's just, not that it needs clarification.
Watching a guy like Ben Shapiro joke around with PewDiePie, it's funny.
But anyone that throws out like things like
politics.
Calling someone a racist or a transphobic, most likely, or at least a majority of the time that I've seen nowadays, that just means that someone is purposely trying to not understand the person's opinion or their argument.
Oh yeah. Meanwhile, vote for Hillary, who called African American youth super predators in the 90s.
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I thought that was a lot
Vote
sooner.
for Hillary Clinton. I will be voting for Hillary Clinton.
Stop it.
I avoid talking about politics on this channel and this forum because politics are divisive. There's only two sides.
The great irony to me with all these NPCs is that they love diversity more than anything other than diversity of opinions and ideas. Like, for them, diversity is only skin deep.
Yeah. I don't see color personally.
That's racist to say now.
I know. But isn't everyone a little bit racist? Aren't we all actually racist?
Well, it's like basic psychology to be predisposed to prefer people.
Well, yeah, that's why I think me and Rusty are the
like
best parts of this podcast.
I know. I can't see you right now, EmpLemon,
he's a ghost. He's
I'm
floating.
glad. Like, I'm closing my eyes and trying to think of someone else and going, this is the person that's speaking right now. Now I understand.
Every time you open your mouth, Emp, I think you're going to offer me like an egg roll or something.
Yeah, or some opium.
You want to buy some of my yaks?
See, I bet Quinton
yaks.
Reviews is he's like, oh man, Emp, you got to stop being friends with them. They made a race joke.
Well,
that's true.
He did
called you token.
He followed me for like a month, and I think I made my Jimmy Kimmel video.
He followed me and Turkey Tom, and he unfollowed both of us. And Turkey Tom asked him why he unfollowed, and he said he's trying to keep his image clean. Like, he wants to only be following. I guess he thinks that follows equal endorsements or whatever. He doesn't want to follow anybody who doesn't share his politics. I bet if you look through his list, it'll be only people who agree with him politically, because he lives in a fucking safe space bubble.
Didn't he collab with internet historian who's kind of center right? Oh no! Looks like you're a Nazi, Quinton, because you shared your platform with the center right.
I'm sure
guy.
he probably disavowed the collab.
I don't know internet historians' politics to a T, but they did a collab together. They shared the platform. Therefore, you must endorse everything internet historian believes. Also,
if somebody in the comments can prove that Quinton Reviews isn't an NPC cuck, I will PayPal you $10. So go ahead and try it.
The problem is he makes like decent YouTube content. Like it's not the best, but
yeah, it's almost like you can
can
separate the artist from the art, which is something that Quinton Reviews refuses to do. And if a talented artist has political opinions that he disagrees with, suddenly that there's scum of the earth and you can't even watch their stuff.
I don't let people's political opinions ruin my image of them. That's the difference between me and a lot of these
Is that
political
true?
people.
What about Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah, what about Jimmy Kimmel or Stephen Colbert?
Okay, well, I don't fucking like anything Jimmy Kimmel does, so fuck him. But
you didn't like Stephen Colbert on Strangers with Candy?
I liked him when he was actually funny.
Yeah.
On Comedy Central, but now he's not funny.
Right, because now he talks about Trump all day and how much he hates him.
I don't follow this.
It's just not funny.
You're right.
I don't follow this fat fuck on Twitter. So you tell me, what was his position? What was his position on? Well,
dude, I don't follow him.
If you know his position, let me know because I have a good feeling. What was his position on James Gunn being fired from Guardians of the Galaxy 3? I have a very strong hunch.
Oh, dude, I don't see the guy's tweets, but I've seen him.
We're being a little bit harsh on Quinton here, just because. You know, it's almost like we're getting triggered over his opinions about PewDiePie.
I've been the least harsh on Quinton out of anyone
You're
here.
right.
And it's the same thing with Mr. Enter. And
well, I don't fucking know.
I don't hate the guy. I don't hate the guy, okay?
Okay.
I disagree with his political stance, and I will debate the foundation and integrity of what he's trying to go for. But I'm not going to let that get in the way of me, I don't know.
I think he lacks a personality, and he's a huge faggot.
Well, there you go. That's a strong opinion. EmpLemon, you want to try again there? No, I get it. I mean, right. You're ready to argue him, and you'll on the points he's making, you can go head to head. But you're not going to try to attack him on his personality, or I guess like me
or
and
lack
Monkey
thereof personality.
Mainly. Yeah, right, sure. And I'm saying I like him. I don't know why I'm fucking kissing his ass like I know him.
Well, all I'm saying is I don't dislike him, and I'm not gonna freaking prematurely burn the bridge.
No, he already burned that bridge with you, buddy.
Of his politics.
When he unfollowed you on Twitter, that was him saying, I do not want to be associated with EmpLemon. He already burned your fucking bridge.
Well, I've never talked to the guy.
And the way he sees it, he never wants to talk to you.
I talked to plenty of people who have very different
and he's
political
anti-doing
views
that.
than me,
He would not speak to you.
Well, honestly,
I bet he would.
That's what I think is.
Look at his fucking tweets. He just said if you talk to somebody you disagree with, then you are humanizing them. He just said that. Yeah, that's his position.
Most of these people are hypocrites.
Well, of course he's a fucking hypocrite.
So he probably would.
Well, we'll see.
Is that what we're going to do? Try to get Quinton Reviews on the show to talk to EmpLemon?
Sure.
No?
I'm sorry, Quinton, if you had to listen to this, but we just
man.
don't see eye to
now
eye
I'm not going to
politically.
collab with Quinton Reviews. My life is over. Oh, I'm so sad. What's next? Now I can't collab with Shoe on Head either? Oh, man, boo-hoo.
Wait, Monkey, are you... Wait, why would that be upsetting to you? Are you actually sad? Because just a second ago you were saying how you didn't really care, like you didn't like him.
See, we have real diversity on this show. We have autistic people. We have me. Uh-huh. We have EmpLemon.
I'm tone deaf.
That's a good joke.
Hey, we had a very good age spectrum the other day with Turkey Tom.
Now, give me more popular YouTubers I can just like call horrible names because that's my favorite thing to do.
Let's just go ahead and put all their names.
If I can be honest right now, I've never watched a full Quinton Reviews video, and I actually know nothing about him. I just wanted to shit on somebody.
True.
I've watched a few of them. They're all right.
All I know about him is the few things I said, and that he unfollowed people on Twitter because he doesn't want to be associated with them, and that's all I need to know.
And that's a big deal.
Sure. It tells me a lot about his character, and I'm here shitting on his character.
You know, honestly, I think that's kind of a big difference between a lot of conservative and liberal people. I know so many more conservative people who are just open to putting politics aside and just being friends with someone who has a different.
I wouldn't even say
viewpoint.
conservative or liberal, but maybe what the new terms that everyone says what is right and what is left are. Because I'm
not Nazi versus
sure. So
so Nazis are a lot more. They're generally a lot more open-minded to political dissent. When the cucks, they just shut out anyone who doesn't believe with them.
Yeah, no, right. And sure, on Twitter, the blacklists are on the people on the left that do not want to hear the opposition.
Yeah, it's a bubble.
As I feel like most of the figureheads on whatever we consider the right is, they follow all these people because they want to see what they're saying, what their viewpoints are, and if they disagree with them, how they can better their stance or their argument, rather than just shutting it all out entirely and saying blobbity blue.
Now, this is just a theory, but I think it boils down to the point that generally progressive leftist people, they don't like the idea of free speech, while more right-wing people do like free speech.
There's actually a study about this, not even last week, EmpLemon. I'm serious about this. They did a poll of a whole bunch of liberal arts college campuses, and they asked them, do you support the First Amendment, or do you think it should be changed? And we have the math on this. 80% said they like it. 20% said it should be changed. So 1 in 5 of these people are not in support of your freedom of expression.
Jeez.
Well, that's the thing.
1 in 5.
That's because they're the ones that say, well, hate speech isn't free speech.
And that's the vocal minority right there, is the 1 in 5.
Yeah. And that's a huge minority. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, if you would ask me, I would have guessed it was 99% of people support the First Amendment.
Right. Maybe 5% who are just nuts. And I'm sure there is like a good 5% within there that
1 in 5 sounds about right. Oh, there's a lot of young college-aged people that are really uninformed and really out of touch with the values that the founding fathers fought over, and they put it right there. It's in the First Amendment. It's literally the most important freedom principle on which this nation was built. In order to have a functioning society, you need a marketplace of ideas where people are allowed to speak freely, no matter how unpopular those ideas may be.
I don't know. I think that people should be able to only say things that are kind of comfortable to hear, or if they're generally agreeable, if everyone can agree and the loud majority. Listen, if you're not willing to stand up and shout what you believe in, then it doesn't seem like you really even care about your beliefs at all. So the people that really believe that there should be change.
If you're not willing to just go out in the streets and find someone,
you don't give a fuck,
campaigning for a Republican candidate and then cursing them out and blaming them for shooting Jews and calling them Nazis and pouring chocolate milk on them, then honestly, I don't even know what you're doing with your life, and you should really consider becoming more politically active.
That's a big thing that just happened.
I thought it was like piss.
I think it was
chocolate milk.
No, that was just a current event that happened at a Florida university, actually.
Oh,
but like I said, I don't know who did it, and it was just some angry.
At least it's not piss.
Person.
If it's chocolate milk, that's funny.
But she got charged. That's a crime. You're not allowed to intentionally throw liquid.
Well, it was
on a person.
Oh, not even acid.
And she was specifically targeting the Republican club.
Wait, where was this at? What university was this at?
Don't quote me on this. I think it was FSU.
FSU? Okay, so yeah, like one of the major ones. I mean, there's only like fucking 3 universities in Florida.
I don't know, any of you listening to this go to a college campus, but we're recording this around election time, and for the past 2.5 weeks, there's just a shitload of people holding signs at campus for like various candidates. And the Republican gubernatorial candidate for Florida this year is Ron DeSantis. And
see, I should know this.
People were just holding. They were just like campaign people holding up signs, and this one fucking woman comes up to them, just starts bitching them out, calling them Nazis, equating them with being my people just got shot at the synagogue.
Oh, she was Jewish?
And then she presumably.
Oh, okay.
And then she poured chocolate milk on them, and then she got arrested and charged for I guess it's assault.
For being Jewish. Not that there's anything wrong with being Jewish, but I don't think it should be illegal personally.